Okay, so I'm really excited to answer this question because I also had a lot of the same questions. So this one says, why did God create something so evil, and why do we call him God and not by his name? So let me address the second part of the question first. So my grandmother, her name was Betty. I called her Nana. My dad called her Mom. My dad's cousins called her Aunt Betty. My grandfather called her Mean Betty Jean or Little Biggie. She was known by a lot of different names because she served a lot of different roles to different people. But if I had just said Betty, then anyone would have known who I was talking about. God has a lot of different names because he serves a lot of different roles. And you can call him by any of those names that you want. But when you say God, other people know who you're referring to. Don't get too hung up on what you should and should not call him. That's the religious spirit. You can call him any of his names that you want to. So now for the second half of that question, why did God create something so evil? Well, I wondered this one day, and so I took it to God. I said, why did you even create Satan in the first place? And he told me, I did not create evil. I created free will. He gave us the right to choose, okay? But I said, if you knew though that Satan was going to be the one to mess it all up, why would you create him in the first place? Because you have knowledge of everything, past, present, and future. And this is what he told me. It's actually very sweet. He said, I knew that somebody eventually was gonna mess it all up if I gave you free will. All free will is the choice to choose between God's plan or our own selfish plan. Satan chose his own plan. He chose himself over God the Father. And as a result of that, because it was not God's perfect plan for everything to be working together in harmony, other people and angels were affected by Satan's selfish choices. That's all evil is, really, is the absence of God's perfect plan. So I asked him this question, and he said, look, I created with Satan with free will. I knew the choices that he was going to make, and I knew that if he didn't make them, eventually somebody else would. But I allowed that to happen because I would rather have a relationship with you and get to know you and have the opportunity to spend eternity with you than have never created anything and it all just go the other way. So he created us with free will because he loves us, and he knew that we would choose wrong, but he still created us so that we could have a relationship with him, which really just shows how loving he is.